All right, welcome back everybody to Femi Oguntayo Unfiltered. This is place where we just talk about everything that relates to like politics, social events, religion, sports, and we also have a new show coming soon, also on this channel where we'll be interviewing great and um, interesting personalities from Ekiti State and even outside Ekiti State. So watch out for that. But today we're going to be talking about something really different. I have a friend in the building, Mr. Folari and Tony, a good friend of mine, but he's a brother. So he's a brother first before I can say he's my friend. He's my brother and from Ekiti State. And he's from Ipole Iloro in Ekiti West. We are from the same local government. And it's my long time, how would I say it now? I wouldn't say rival, but in those days of, is it Fayemi and Buhari and all those political, political, how do I put it now? In Ekiti State, we were both the warriors on Facebook, on social media then. But I mean, it was one healthy battle though. It wasn't like something too serious, but at least we were there to like counter, criticize each other and just have a balanced conversation. So yeah, I'm happy to have you on the show. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much, Femi. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So actually, um, the reason why I have you on the show today is just for us to discuss the situation of things in Ekiti State. And when it comes to politics, we have the current governor on this, who is Biodun Oyebanji, who everybody popularly known as Bao. He became governor in 2022. That's like 3 years ago. So he's on his third year right now. And by next year, 2026, there should be another election. And currently, you know how Ekiti State is, or usually is. By now, we would already have, like, even in his own party, thousands of people trying to contest against him, maybe in a primary or something. And even in the opposition party, we will probably be having issues already, and they will be contesting against each other on who is going to battle him and all that. So, but currently, it's not the same. It's not the case, which is surprising, looking at the antecedents and the history of Ekiti State when it comes to politics. Do you find that very surprising, or how do you think? How do you feel? What's your thought about that?
Well, I do not find it surprising. Actually,
Okay.
I do not find it surprising. That is where we found ourselves today, and that is where we are today. I need to commend the governor, the present governor of Ekiti State,
Okay.
Governor Biodun Oyebanji, who has extensively won himself to the hearts of the populace, to make it seem like it's a one-man race, a one-party race, as it is now. I know in politics, 24 hours is a very long time, talk less of a month or barely a year. So we don't know what tomorrow speaks, but as it is today, well, let's commend the governor, who has, through his leadership skills, been able to win himself to the heart of general populace, to make it seem like, and we can also attribute this whole thing to the current face-off happening in the opposition party in Ekiti State. The People's Democratic Party (PDP).
Yeah.
One of the reasons why it has looked like it's going to be a one-man race, one-party race, is because of the crisis that's enveloped the opposition party in Ekiti State for some time now, which has also given the governor and his party an easy access to be able to paint a picture of a one-party state.
Yeah.
But I am not of the opinion, and I'm not surprised, because I know it is all politics, and it is never too late for things to change.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you know that, yeah, I understand the point about the fact that PDP is in crisis nationally, right now. But this is the first time in the history of Ekiti State that the current governor, we have the support. I mean, literally the support of every previous governors that have been, elected into office in Ekiti State. We're talking about Ayo Fayose. He has openly, several times, openly, you know, um, you know, talked about his support for the governor. We have talked, we have even Fayemi, obviously, who is his successor, or, his predecessor. I mean, sorry, his predecessor, who has also openly said, okay, yeah, of course, I support Bao, and even the person that contested against him, who is Sheguni, has also in some cases also come out to say that, he's in support of what Bao is doing currently, and he doesn't have any issues with him, you know. And there are some news about the fact that even the person that contested against him in the PDP, what's this man named Bisi Kolawole, also, have good things to say about him. So it looks like everybody does not have any issue with him. Apart from the fact that there's crisis in PDP, they are also just singing praises of this governor. So do you think this is like a good? I know it's a good thing, but do you think it's a good thing for the people of Ekiti State generally, politically and otherwise? Because we all know that the power of opposition is very important. It makes it keeps the governor on his toes, and to make the governor want to do the best thing, because then he knows he has some threats or opposition on the other side. Do you think this is a good thing for Ekiti State as a whole?
Yeah, well, yes, I think it's a good thing for Ekiti State as a whole. If we are talking about it being a good thing for Ekiti State as a whole, then we are now trying to move away from being political. Ekiti State, it's a good omen for them at this point in time, because in a situation where you have the former governors, I mean, in a situation where you have the former governors of Ekiti State who are either of the same party with the present governor, or from the opposition party, coming together to support the present governor. Well, I think it's a good omen for the people of Ekiti State, because in this kind of situation, then it will give the governor a full concentration on governance. It will help him to deliver good governance to the people of Ekiti State. It will not distract him, and even the tension, there will not be any tension in Ekiti State, because there's no war, there's no propaganda coming from this side, and at least it will help the governor to focus on pure governance.
Yeah.
If that comes up, if we find that in many occasions, it's a good thing for the people of Ekiti. The situation where we have got the present governor being in cordial relationship with former governors, it will help Ekiti to develop. We won't find so many abandoned projects, because there will be possibility of former governors who are not of the same camp lobbying the present governor to maybe finish their project that they weren't able to finish, or even help them to share their knowledge, share their opinion of governance with the present governor. And this, in a long way, will enhance governance in Ekiti State. So I think the people of Ekiti State are the most beneficiary of this kind of situation that we have found ourselves in Ekiti State politics.
I mean, recently I was also talking to someone in the party, and and they were also talking about the fact that this is possible in Ekiti State right now. We're experiencing this right now in Ekiti State because the governor is homegrown, and he understands how to play politics locally when it comes to local politics and all that. Do you think that's the case?
Well, I think that's part of the case. I must at this structure salute the leadership qualities, the leadership skills of the present governor. I must confess, and I have to agree with everyone who thinks that this man is a leader. He is a leader. He has been able to manage about 3-4 former governors
Yeah.
Apart from not being in the same party, may also not even share the same ideology, the same thought with him. He has been able to manage this people for the past 3 years without no crisis, no discord tunes, no propaganda, no nothing coming out in the past 3 years. It's I think I almost salute the leadership qualities,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
maturity, focus of the governor it's something we need to study on the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah. Also, as we are discussing that, I don't know if you saw the tweet from this popular Nigerian comedian Sheilo on Twitter recently, where he spoke about the fact that Governor Oyebanji might just be the first governor to contest in a governorship election in Nigeria unopposed. Do you think it's possible?
I don't think that is possible, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. Because I know no matter how he may have been able to win his heart into the hearts of the people of Ekiti State, there will still be, I am very sure that he cannot be accepted 100% everywhere. There will still be some group of people under a political party, under a group that will still be indifferent.
Even in his own party?
Even in his own party. So it's because it is not the time for the politics. When the time for the politics is around, then you will see how people may even come out to vie for that governorship under the same party, APC.
That's what I'm saying. Because
just to test their popularity, just to create a name, and so I don't think it's a free ride, a free show for the present governor. But then it may be of great advantage, but I doubt if he may contest as an unopposed governor. I doubt it.
It's never happened before. I don't think it will ever happen.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
It can stay for that matter.
Yeah, but a very volatile state for that matter when it comes to politics.
Yeah. So, I mean, we will still talk about the governor's performance in the last three years. I don't know if you've been following, but before we talk about that, the situation of PDP in Nigeria, as it also relates to Ekiti State, do you think there's a comeback from this? Do you think the PDP is dead? Because I've been speaking with a lot of my friends in the other side on the PDP, party, and most of them are just not really optimistic about the future of this party. They are like, I mean, they are confirming that, like, no, this party is gone. Like, fine, they are working on, trying to come back, trying to maybe get their national.
Are you talking about the Ekiti State now, on nationally as a party?
Well, I think when it comes to Ekiti State too, it affects them. What is happening nationally also affects them, because when they don't have like the national leaders of the party, they don't have a normal working committee or whatever they call it, the executive branch at the national level. There's no way they can say, okay, we want to come to the states to organize a primary election, or even at the world level. Right now, they are even having crisis, So I think everything boils down from the top. So I don't know. You are closer to the PDP side, so that's why I'm like throwing this to you. What's going on in the PDP? Also in Oyo State, I know you are in Oyo State. What do you think is happening in the? Do you think there's a comeback from this, as it also relates to Ekiti State?
Well, it's a political party, and it's a coming together of different minds, different people with different ideologies, with different thoughts, with different interests. So you don't expect a settled water. There will always be crisis. It has happened in APC before now.
But it wasn't this bad. It wasn't this bad though.
It might not have been this bad, but it has happened. It's how to manage it that matters. At this point, I will not agree with people that are saying PDP is dead.
Okay.
PDP is not dead. I know and I understand that there are so many workings going on at the background to get things back on the track. But I will not agree with you. You can be rest assured that you have an opposition coming from PDP in this forthcoming election, even in Ekiti States. You
Of
can be rest
course,
assured.
of course. But
Yes.
are we talking
Eh,
about someone that is going to win, or
well,
that can really contend, or really,
that that will now be left for the people of Ekiti State to decide if who they want between the present governor and whoever any other parties will be presenting to oppose him. But then you can be rest assured that even PDP will be presenting the candidates, and that's to tell you that uh, there are some workings going on behind the door. I mean, at the background to ensure that things are brought into good shape. PDP is doing fine in Ekiti State. All these things they are normal issues that happen between a political party, and especially when you're talking of a national party, not a regional party. You know, we always have our differences, our opposing views. Definitely, I am sure that going forward, things will get back into shape. I think we have seen the news where we've seen the present governors of the party coming together to close rank to know how to bring this party out of the present storm. And
But
I'm very certain that this will bring out a good result. And in the next few months, we will see the PDP coming back united to present a strong opposition to the ruling party. I am very sure and certain of that.
But do you think the fact that we have some strong leaders of the party in PDP, like Wilson Wiki of River State, Fayose of Ekiti State, all of them who are still members of the PDP, they are claiming to still be members of the PDP, but they are actively involved in the ruling of the APC, not like maybe not ruling of the APC, but in support of the APC led government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We even have Wilson Wike serving as the FCC minister. I mean, I can't remember. I'm not too young when it comes to politics in Nigeria too, but I can't remember any active leader of an opposition party that has served actively in the government of another opposition party in Nigeria, for that matter. And this should tell you a lot, because if the party is serious and they are serious about opposition, being a strong opposition to the current party, normally they're supposed to be the strongest opposition party. But it looks to me that even Peter Obi is currently the opposition leader in Nigeria right now. Currently the PDP does not have an opposition leader. They came second in the last election. Atiku Abubakar came second. The PDP is supposed to still maintain that, that energy where we have like someone like maybe Atiku. I don't know if it's still going to be the candidate of the party in the next presidential election, but we should have like someone like Atiku being the strong opposition leader. But like right now, it looks like because of the crisis going on in PDP, that is not even possible. That's why it's giving room for Peter Obi. But so do you think the fact that we have these leaders of the party, like Fayose, with some Wiki and some other people like that in the PDP who are strong PDP leaders, they are not just just former governors, they are strong PDP leaders, but they are actively in support of the current APC-led government. Do you think that is what is giving PDP this serious problem that they are facing right now?
Yeah, we can't separate it from the fact that it's part of what is giving PDP the serious problem they are going through now. When we have people like Nelson Wiki, Governor Fayose, former Governor Fayose, and some notable PDP leaders being in public support of the APC-led government. Well, it's demoralized the party membership and also send a very unpleasant signal to the people of Nigeria. But then, personally, I'm not of the opinion that there's anything bad if you are the president of an opposition party comes up with an government of unity, bringing the people together. I'm not opposed to that kind of view.
I don't have anything against it also. Yeah.
And that I don't think for a reasonable setting, I don't think that would not allow such person appointed to be a good party man. And I want you to know, I
Do
don't
you?
want you to know that despite the fact that Governor Nelson Wike is a president minister under the present APC-led government, he is still a very strong member of the PDP. He
Okay.
still partakes in the decision making of the PDP. Well, what I can only say now is that when we get to the bridge,
Mm.
we will cross it. But I'm very sure that our leaders, I mean the leaders of the party, of the People's Democratic Party, are doing everything possible to mend fences and correct some anomalies. So I'm very certain, and I will let you know that when we get to the bridge,
Yeah.
that river will be crossed, definitely.
But do you think that river can be crossed or things can be fixed in the PDP without maybe? I understand you said, which I also am in support of, the fact that we have someone in the opposition party serving in the current what's it called, government, of the
Government.
APC. It shows that, we are also developing as a nation when it comes to politics, because it shouldn't be a big deal normally, that we have someone from an opposition party serving and go. It shows unity. It shows, being ready to just deliver governance instead of playing politics, with what is going on in the country. But we all know Nigerians, when it comes to politics, PDP as a whole, I'm not sure they're happy with the fact that Wike is serving in the current, what's it called? Current administration's government. And we all know what the role he played in the last election, where he won the River State for the current party. If he wasn't for River State, maybe the APC wouldn't have won the election. If it wasn't for Wike. So in a way, Wike has hurt the party. That's the point I'm driving at. Wike is currently hurting the party with some of the crises is causing nationally for the party, even in River State, which also is telling on Ekiti State, because I want us to focus on Ekiti State. I don't want us to focus too much on the national party. Which is also telling on Ekiti State, because with the crisis going on nationally, Ekiti State doesn't look like a state where they have everything together. Because normally, I know you were saying, when it's time, people will come out. Of course, people will come out. PDP is not one small party where they won't be able to present the candidates, and I don't think the governor is going to go unopposed. But normally in Ekiti State, we all know, both of us know, by now, we already have someone in the PDP that we know this person is going to contest against the current governor, and they'll be campaigning already, And we can't see any of that. They don't even have executives at the ward level. Do you think they can solve this crisis going on in PDP without sanctioning these major leaders who who are causing the issues, because I don't think the PDP can make any headway without the likes of Governor Fayose, Wike, and the other, governors or people that are, doing like this or that cause issues for the party, without these people being, maybe, I don't want to use the word sanction, because I don't think they can really sanction them, but, just maybe they can just neglect these people and do things without having to involve, because you can't tell me that Wike wants the best for PDP and is serving in the APC government, or even like your Fayose wants the best for PDP in the Ekiti State and is all, romancing the Ekiti State governor like that, making it, coming out every time and saying, Bao Lole show, Bao is the answer, his second time is sure, and you want him to still come and bring up one candidate for the PDP and say, okay, contest against. No, I don't think it works that way. You can't be saying Bao is the answer for 2026, and you are telling us that you are still the leader of the opposition party. How is that going to work? Obviously, you are telling us that. Hello, I can't see you anymore.
Yeah, sorry.
Obviously, you are telling us that. Yeah, we present the candidates, but Bao is still going to win. You get what I'm trying to say. We all know that. Yeah, it's still in the hands of the people to decide who they want. But we all know how politics is played in Nigeria, especially in the State. It's always about party. Once a party can present the candidates, the party people will vote for the person. At least for now, in Ekiti State, we don't have that kind of system where we say, okay, the people will decide, not the party. The party always decide. It's always the popular party, either PDP or APC. So that's what I want to like. Do you think this can be solved with all these people still actively supporting it?
I think it can be solved. Personally, that is my personal opinion. I think it can be solved without our leaders getting sanctioned. It's about coming together, mending fences, closing ranks, and presenting a capable and capacity candidate that can match the present governor very well. I don't want to use some unprinted words, but who can match the capacity of the present governor, who can match the antecedents of the present government. And I'm very certain that there are so many people, there are so many party men in the Ekiti State PDP who can still give, despite the crisis, despite the crisis in the PDP, who can still give the present governor a run for his record. So I'm very certain that there's still enough time for our leaders to come together to close rank. I can tell you confidently that there are so many things that are going on behind the closed doors. I mean, in the People's Democratic Party, that are going on behind the closed doors, and to make sure and to ensure that because apart from Ekiti election, there will also be an election very soon in the Osun State as well. So I'm very certain that our party, I mean the People's Democratic Party, the People's Democratic Party at the level of the national and at the level of the zonal, the Southwest, the leaders are doing everything to ensure that the party bounce back of its crisis. I am very certain of that, and I may not just to be able to open some of the things I know that is going on, but can I assure you that there is still time for the party in Ekiti State, I mean the PDP, to close its rank and mend fences and present a strong candidate that can match the record of Governor Biodun Oyebanji.
Okay, but I mean, I don't mean for us to be dropping names or whatever, but I mean that's why we are here. But let's just look at it in Ekiti State. Who do you think is capable? I mean, this is not official, of course. We know there's no official candidate yet, but I think I heard about one woman. I don't know. I can't remember the name right now. That they said has already started posting posters at the national secretariat of the PDP in Abuja. But who do you think is a strong contender for governorship election in Ekiti State right now, apart from Bao? The Bisikola Ole that contested the last time, I don't think he has said anything about recontesting. Cheguni, I don't think he has plans to run again. I know there are some people that might have some hidden ambition and agendas, but right now, between me and you, who do you think is a strong contender that can contest against Bao in the State?
You know, Femi, and you have to just excuse me from this. I may not be able to. I may not be able to mention names on this show. I may not be able to mention names because I'm not even certain of who is willing to contest and who is not willing to contest.
Would you like to still contest against?
I can assure you that Ekiti State PDP is a party that is filled with a great membership. There are people who has the capacity, who has the record, who has the antecedents. I know them personally. I may not be willing to mention their names on this show, and that is for reasons best known to me. But I can assure you that there are members of the party who has the prowess, the capacity, the antecedent, the record, and the strength.
Really,
I mean the political strength to match
in the PDP.
In the PDP, yes, I'm telling you.
Okay.
In a couple of months now, shows will begin to unveil themselves, and you will see these things for yourself. And I know you will bring me back again to ask me and to tell me that. And you said it that time. Who is this person? The present governor of Ekiti, who was he before now? He was just an SSG.
Well,
How many people knew him before then?
He has gotten
the opportunity. He has gotten the opportunity. He's been in politics. He has gotten the opportunity and has been able to show that he is man enough. He is up to the task. When the time comes, I'm sure that Ekiti State PDP will be able to present somebody else that will be able to also, if given the opportunity, present himself as a man to also be in the saddle when the time comes.
Well, we can't wait for that time to come, because currently, in my own view, I just feel like, fine, there might be some candidate that will come from the PDP. Yeah, they will bring up someone. Obviously, they can't allow the governor to go unopposed, but I feel there's nobody that can really. I don't see any serious contender. Even if they might bring a new person that maybe everybody does not really know like that. I hear some rumors about Fayoshe's brother or whatever. I mean, that's just my own. I don't know if that's like if there's any truth in that, but I hear of someone like Fayoshe's one of Fayoshe's brothers. I hear one lady who is already pasting posters in Abuja, and I'm sure the PDP also have some people, but at the end of the day, I don't see any of those people.
Who told you that you might not even have people cross? I mean, the campaign from the ruling party to the opposition party. I mean, the game is still yet to start.
Mm-hmm.
There are still a lot of things to unveil itself, even before the time. That's what I said. In politics, 24 hours is a very long time. Not talk of barely a year. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how events unfold itself in the coming weeks. I can assure you that Ekiti State will present a formidable. Ekiti State PDP will present a formidable team, a capable candidate that would contest against the present governor of Ekiti State, who is Governor Oyebanji.
Do you think we might see the rise of like a third party, like a Labour Party or an SDP, or just one third force in Ekiti State coming up to like really make it?
As it is, I doubt it.
You don't think like the Labour Party can? Because
not in Ekiti State.
Really?
Not in Ekiti State.
Why do you think that's not possible?
Because I feel the ideologies of it. What was the vote gathered by the Labour Party in the last election in Ekiti State? I just feel like Ekiti State people does not fall into that kind of category where we appreciate a third. What do you call it? They call them a
third force.
Third force. Yeah, I don't think
there was something like that in the last election though. We had PDP, APC, and SDP. SDP was Shegwoni. Shegwoni contested under SDP.
Shegwoni decamped from a party because he was not given a ticket.
Yes.
So that was what brought out the third force. But a third party. But going forward towards the election, I doubt if you would have definitely even from the APC, you still have somebody that will say, okay, I wasn't given a ticket. Let me go to this other party to try my. And that is what brings most of all this other party coming into the tussle. But very far before the election, I don't think Ekiti people are of this third force nature. I doubt it. It.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed, like you said. In like 6 months' time, I'm sure all these things we are saying
will be clear
because I'm sure things will start brewing up and we'll start seeing where we are going as a state politically.
Yes.
So, I mean, on the final note, before we round up, I was supposed to have someone else on this show with you who is from the party, who is even currently an appointee of the governor. Even though it's one of just the essays, it's not really like the big appointee like that, maybe a commissioner or whatever. but he declined. It's not like he declined; he accepted, but he chickened out at the end of the day. I wanted to put this on record because I don't really appreciate what he did, because I feel like it's not a big deal for him to come on this show and just talk about the achievement of the governor as as an appointee of the governor, because that's why you're there. That's why you're appointed. I know maybe there might be some clearance you need to get from maybe some upper, senior appointees to say, okay, go on the show and talk about the party. But I don't think this is something that should, you should have to take permission for. Just come on the show, talk about the governor, what he has done so far. But I did from our head, we can see what he's doing in Ekiti. I don't know if you've been to Ekiti recently, to see some of the work the governor is doing. I mean, there are a lot of infrastructure developments, social development, human development, human capital development and stuff, welfare of the people. We'll talk about the teachers, the retirees, and the civil servant. We know Ekiti State is a civil servant state, and in the past, the civil servants have suffered a lot in the hands of some of the previous governors. Especially, we all know what happened during Ayefayoshi's era, where they were owed salary for months, and it looks like that is a thing of the past now, especially since this governor came on board. Or
even under the government of Governor Kayode Fayemi, some people were still owed a substantial amount of salaries for some months.
But this side, all those things are now a thing of the past, So
and fairly speaking, let me just use this medium, to commend the exemplary leadership qualities of the present governor of Ekiti State, Governor Oyebanji, who has been able to manage the states with the mere resources that comes to Ekiti State. He has been able to achieve so much in a little time.
Yeah,
and I mean, infrastructurally speaking, he's been able to do well. I have seen some videos, I am seeing some pictures, and I've even been to Ekiti State for myself to see in the same time. I have heard from the people of Ekiti State, civil servants, youth, students, and I have heard how the present governor has been able to touch the life of these people. Directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
And I just must commend the leadership stance. The governor's thoughts, his support system,
even his personality.
His personality, you get it.
Ekiti has always been in the news for what the governor did this, but this governor has just been, be able to just.
He has done well, and that is why he has been able to represent Ekiti State as a one-party state. But then, there's still more to come.
Of course.
There's still so much to come.
Of course. I mean, thank you so much for being on the show. Normally, I would want us to talk about, the governor's achievements, but we don't have someone from this government to really come here and give us, a list of. I don't think I should be the one to be looking to be digging and be researching to come and show and be saying this is what the governor has done. Of course, we know of some of the things he's doing, like the flyover. Do you think the flyover thing is an elephant project, like they call it? Or do you think it's
because of the amount of money that goes into building a flyover these days? It's a big project. I don't see it as an elephant project, because I may not be very familiar with that area to be able to determine if that space needs a flyover.
Yeah.
But let's give it to him for him to have been able to focus a very good energy into that area. I think I give it to him. He's doing well. I don't want to be the one to say this project is an elephant project or a lion project. But then I think I only must commend him for focusing so much energy, at least in bringing development to that area.
Yeah,
that's it. Beyond, we have to be sincere beyond politics, and he's doing well. He's doing well.
Well, I'm surprised. that is coming from you, and I'm happy. Also, I'm also happy it's coming from you because, we need to when we play politics. Also, we need to also be realistic and also
Yes. Yes.
be sincere and be fair. So,
Yeah.
and I'm also happy with the governor. Currently, I know he's doing well. I've heard from testimonies from even the civil servants. We see what he's doing with the retirees, and I think that is also very important because people might be saying, yeah, those are normal things. Yeah, it's normal, but we had governors in the past that didn't think it was normal.
Yes, 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 yes,
If
yes.
you have a governor who thought this should be the normal thing, it shouldn't be something they have to be begging for. They don't have to beg. This is their right, and he's doing it, and he has been doing well. The promotion they said have been coming very, very well. I mean, as it's supposed to come. It's been making sure the promotions are effective, their pay is reflecting in the promotions and all those things. So those are the things that we want to be.
The youth are getting employed.
Yeah, employment also,
Employment's going on. So
yeah, even though I'm sure you can do better when it comes to privatization and bringing more investment into the state, increasing the IGR of the state, even invest more in infrastructural development, also like the roads that connect other states to Ekiti State. I think I hear some of those roads are still really bad.
I think they are getting there. They are getting there. Rome was not built in a day, I think. Sure. But and with the little resources that comes to Ekiti State and that has been generated from Ekiti State, we can only do more. We can only do better.
Sure.
Let's give it to him. He's doing well. It's doing well. Sure. At least it's managing the state very well with the little resources that has been accrued from the federal and from the internally generated revenue.
Yeah.
We can only hope for better days ahead.
Sure. Well, thank you so much, Polari, for joining me on the show. This has really been great. I mean, I can't even believe that we'll come to a place where both of us will really agree. When it comes to politics in Ekiti State,
we just have to be fair and to be realistic when it comes to politics in this present day time.
Yeah. And I think Ekiti State is lucky to have someone like Governor Oyebanji. Seriously. And I'm seriously happy because when we look at what the state has faced in the past, when it comes to politics, where we're always in the news for one issue or the other, and we've had like 3 years of this governor and we've not had things like that happen. It's something that is commending. We just hope it stays that way now that we are closing, moving forward to 2026.
As I said, better days ahead. We can only hope for the better days ahead.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I hope next time when I call you like this, you'll be able to join me.
I'm readily available. Thank you very much, Femi.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. I'll see you on the next one.
All right. Thank you. I'll be there.
All right, Baba. Thank you. Okay. So we just had someone who is a friend of mine, a brother of mine from the same Ekiti West local government. We are even related in a way. So, everybody's kind of related when it comes to Ekiti State. So, but that was great to have someone who I always see as my friend on the other side of the, I'm not really like an APC. I'm not an APC card carrying member. And he is not even a card carrying member of the PDP too also, but we just have, our own preferences. We have preferences when it comes to party lines, and we've always been on the opposition sides and opposing sides, and to have both of us come together and just agree on things that concerns us as a state, it's something that is what commendable. I mean, that is commendable. That is what commending, and we hope to see more of what is happening in the state right now, and even better than what is happening also. And I believe this current governor is someone who can, take us there. Is level-headed, calm, and I would say wise, because it takes wisdom to be able to do what he's doing currently in Ekiti State. That it talks a lot about his style of leadership, and I'm really happy that Ekiti State has him or have him as their governor. So on this note, we'll be rounding up this episode of Femi Oguntayo Unfiltered. You guys should watch out for an exclusive interview that I have with someone who is very important to me and also important to Ekiti State and the Ekiti State politics. I want you to watch out. It's going to be dropping anytime from now. It's the, it's called the Femi Oguntayo podcast, and on that show we'll be having great and great people who have achieved a lot in their lives, in their career, not just politically, even businessmen, academia, people who have really achieved a lot when it comes to their career and who are putting Ekiti State on the map globally, you know. And it's going to be a monthly episode. That particular exclusive interview is going to be monthly and it's going to be coming on my channel, Femi Oguntayo Unfiltered. So make sure you watch out for that. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the red button right here and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification button so that whenever we drop a video like this, you'll be the first to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up, click on the like button, and also share to your friends and family. Share to your Facebook page, share to your WhatsApp groups, and let people listen to this and join the conversation. Whatever you think about what we've discussed so far, do you think Ekiti State has its good this time around? Do you think we still need a strong opposition party to keep the governors on his toes? Do you think the governor is going to have a smooth ride when it comes to the next election, governorship election in Ekiti State? Whatever you think, drop everything in the comment section below. Let me hear what you have to say. Let's have a conversation together. And on that note, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.